Hey everyone, good afternoon. Let me know, please, if you don't mind, if you can hear or if it's can be heard, but just maybe a bit distracting. If you can hear like a humming, it's a fan that I have. Well, actually, I have a air purifier that I normally have on, but I've got another fan now. So please let me know if you hear it and it's distracting. I can turn it down, and then even next stream I can put it in a different spot if I need to. But good afternoon, everyone. Hi, hi. I have been meaning to come on, but here we are. And I won't go through too many of the details. I do know majority of you have likely been following Anna's case. You have already heard at least the most recent updates that had come out like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Evil Queen, I see that you were here. Can't catch the live. We'll come back to find out why. Okay, sounds good. Hi when you get back. um, I hope that everything's going well. You have a good day. Hey. Okay, I think I'm back. I have to look. Am I on the stage? I don't even know. I just got straight booted right out. Oh yeah, it kicked me completely. Am I let me look like this. Hey, there I am. Cool, cool. It says my sound's working. Do we not Does my bubble not move on the thing? Okay, I don't know what's going. Oh, I am back. Okay. Um, Weird. Why is my bubble do we not that's not a thing anymore? I have no idea. Oh, there I am. My bubble is really delayed. Is everything okay with my PC? What is happening? That was weird. Sorry about that. I wasn't seeing anything I don't think important, but hey Nicole, you're on your way to an appointment. Are you I hope you're okay. If you're not, please let me know in Discord or somewhere. I hope everything's all right. Hey B, you're with her. What is going on? Wait, you're not in a different state? Or are you is this your a vacation, your break that you get to normally do? Or are you back for good? Tell me later in private too. Sorry, I'm asking all these questions, but I hope everything's all right, and I hope you 2 are able to have an enjoyable time and a good time, and, everything's great. Thanks for being here, I appreciate it. Um, yeah, so let's just go through it. I was just trying to say, I'm not gonna go through all the details from the he was indicted, murder charge, then the next was that he actually ended up being charged as an adult. She's back for good? Oh my goodness, that is so I thought that was happening, like, a long while ago. So, I don't know what the hang up was, but that's awesome that she's back for good. I'm sure you love it. I don't know. B, how do you like the weather? I don't know. Some people miss winter and the 4 seasons, but, eh, I hope everything's well. Hey, Queen Bella. Thanks for being here. Hi, hi. Alright, so I'm gonna have to reopen that page again, but let me grab it. So, what I'm going to do instead of going through all of the past details that I didn't go live for, but again, I'm sure you all have likely heard it. What I am going to do is at least try to give a timeline that makes a little bit more sense because based off of a lot of the things that I read, the documents, they went back and forth between this time, that time, and this happened at this time, but in between this time, and I'm like, whoa, that's you're conf- you know. And I got an ADHD brain, so I could normally stick with it, but no. This one, pretty good, pretty good. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Logical, I said hi. I don't know I cut if I got kicked before that, during that, but I wanna make sure that I say hi to you. And I'm gonna get on alright, I'm on all messages, so I should be able to see you. Um, hey, Queen Belle. By the way, Queen Belle, I've been thinking of you. I hope you're doing good. Alright. You love it, all the seasons. Listen, the fall I love fall, but when I was in Arizona, I could actually just drive up to the top of Mount Lemon and still get fall. Not exactly the colors, but the feel. But, alright, just wanna make sure I'm displaying it. Let me change it over to this. Okay. So, real quick on this, um, anybody that's not familiar with this, let me know. I'm assuming most are. Also, I will give um, I wanna give a warning, heads up. I am typically and normally with my channel, I'm very fair. I attempt to be at least fair to all sides. And even with suspect, I don't go like digging in. Oh, they're such a blah, 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 I don't normally do that. However, I have already said before on my channel, I'll say it again, that one thing for a fact, for certain, I can very much admit to having a bias when it comes to has to do with sexual assault or very specifically pedophiles, for sure, for sure. Um, with this one, technically, he's underage, she is 18. That all doesn't matter. So that comes my second warning and just kind of heads up. I still am going to rein myself in. I'm not going to be crazy. But if I'm a bit different, a little more vocal about something or something, in my opinion, than normal, my first stream I ever did on this, I shared that I actually I have 4 stepbrothers. 2 of them did their own forms of assault on me as we were teenagers, and I was stuck under the roof of my father's home with my stepmother, and Anna's story, have my own history of it. I can relate and understand to what she probably again, she's not here to tell me. However, her behaviors, even towards her biological mother, is very consistent with how I was. And thankfully for me, the only difference is that neither of my 2 went so far as to actually, take my life. So, that's really terrible. But that being said, that is why I do have a strong opinion when it comes to her father and her stepmother, and I don't typically do that with parents or any family members. It's the person's blame who committed the act, the crime. It's on them. Typically, normally in this scenario, there are parents that were responsible and it was known to them and brought to their attention, and they didn't act in a way that should have protected their child and put their children in as the priority, being it is their responsibility. They instead, in my opinion, chose much like my family and did the selfish route of it'll be all right, it'll be all right, it's gonna work out, it's fine, it's not that it's all right. But they couldn't risk losing the person that they're with. My father flat out did say that to me. Um, he just the way he worded it was, "This may make me selfish, but I don't wanna spend the rest of my life alone." Okay, that's the exact words he said. And that the AKA to me, like, the other what he's saying is, if he kicked out the stepbrothers, that risked my stepmother going with them. And so that was that. Anyway, yeah, so I do feel part responsibility should be on them. We all have different opinions. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But so for me, it is a little bit hard to see. And I should probably actually show you that really quick now that I've done this full explanation. I'm gonna actually show you this, and you may have seen this during the time I haven't been showing any updates. But Anna's father had accepted her diploma. He had tears, and then he had a message for his accused stepson. And I also had seen that the audience, the rest of the graduates or those attending the school ceremony, the graduation ceremony, had also all clapped when he came down off the stage. I personally would be one person that probably wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I would have clapping for Anna, not specifically. And it's all I know. Maybe that's what they were clapping, and not to him. But yeah, so he accepted his daughter's diploma during the ceremony, and in video that Good Morning America has, I could show you really quick that part. Um, as he wiped away tears, the auditorium gave him a standing ovation. So for me, I was like, not, I would not for him. Here's the other part, and I'm still, like I said, I could still give grace and try to see, could this be a massive wake up call? Absolutely. Perhaps it was. Maybe the stepmom and father are feeling differently. It is a wake up call. Maybe they do recognize their shortcomings. Whether law enforcement, there would even be a charge that they could put, probably not. I mean, and with her being 18, that's it's tricky. But I did want to say hi, PJ. Good to see you. Hello. PJ had put out a good update on 764. Another arrest had come out, and I shared that on my community wall. It's another thing I have to get back on here and update you on. Hey, Pookie, good to see you. Hi, hi. I have every right to be biased. I do. I just I still attempt to be fair, but this is something that you know I stand very strongly on. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. If you knew, and it is your responsibility to be the one overseeing and protecting, that's what you should be doing. And they didn't. And it's awful. That being said, it does not take the stepbrother off the hook at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I personally still have very strong feelings towards my stepbrother. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't. Yeah. All right. I'll show you this.
Anna Kapner's father speaking out for the first time since authorities believe his
Yep. Okay. I fast forward. We're just pulling through it. If it's capable, let's see.
Christopher Kapner stepping up to collect his daughter's high school diploma at what should have been her high school graduation.
Our time with Anna was short, but it left us with many memories that we will forever cherish.
We waited for her name to be called, and I walked up and grabbed the diploma. My wife set up the senior table, and it was great.
Anna's father walking off stage shedding a tear as his daughter's classmates and their families applauded up out of their seats. The family telling ABC News they're frustrated and upset that.
Again, I don't know if they're standing for him or maybe they're standing for Anna. So I can't judge too quick on that. But and then this again was before, so they were frustrated, yet they still have the same frustration that he is not behind bars, and he still is not, even after it was upgraded and he's now being charged as an adult. They're still allowing him to stay with family, not this family with the uncle with extended, And, you know, they say that there's strict restrictions and what have you, but I mean, ugh. Hi, Green. I don't see. Yes, I do. I see you. Hi, hi. Good to see you. I heard someone say that her stepbrother was a small teenager. Oh yeah. So Green. Okay. Here, I'll put that up on the screen if I can come back over here. Yeah, they even the media was calling him baby faced. Her baby faced stepbrother. Come on. I don't. No. No, thank you. Yes, he's 16. Yes, he does look young. But baby face and whatever. I don't know. They're just adding all these extra. Mm-mm. Um, look what he did. Right, exactly. How scared he looked or how small he is. It doesn't matter. Look at what came back on the autopsy. And that, I mean, that's what should be being considered anyway. It is a bit frustrating. So again, their frustration in that, and again, this was an older clip. They're still going to be sitting on that same frustration because again, they still allow him to remain out. What is this here? They're just talking about it, stepbrother. All right, that was the main part I wanted to show you. I'll show you this part too. So this is them speaking at the back end here.
One forced her to stop breathing. Christopher Kepner telling us this day embodies how his daughter should be remembered.
Wonderful, beautiful, outgoing, class clown, but serious sometimes. Just thank you to the school.
And you might have noticed Anna's dad was wearing a blue butterfly on his shirt. He says that's because she always loved them.
And that's beautiful after the fact. Please, why didn't you care about her loving blue butterflies when you not only had the opportunity, but the responsibility to do more? I'm sure she would rather you have protected her while she was alive any way that you possibly could rather than wear a blue butterfly after she's gone. I don't know. Again, it is a bit personal for me, so I'm a little more harsh on it. But yes, Green, that is also what they had shown in the indictment as they were discussing things. You could read it's 145 pages, and in it they do discuss that. And so I'm going to say graphic content or trigger warning that when the medical examiner ended up getting Anna, her underwear was forced up inside of her body, still up inside of her body. So if that tells anyone just how much she didn't want it, it wasn't welcomed, it wasn't reciprocated, it wasn't mutual. There is no, I know. And that's how badly he forced. And then obviously was scrambling. And the bruising that's on her side of her neck, it's on the back, her ear, um, her eyes had the damage, like the. I'll read through it. Let me get back over here for you really quick. I'll just get back onto this timeline. I'm hearing a commercial, but I'm not sure. It was on your tab, maybe, or a tab that neither of us were on. Okay, all right. Alrighty. So a little bit of this. There was the unsealed federal court, and it was a transcript that went back and forth. It says minute by minute timeline. It can be confusing. This keeps it a little more straight for us. The tracking data and surveillance video captured Hudson, which is the stepbrother, entering the cabin where Anna was last seen alive. They had seen him hiding her smashed cell phone in a deck trash can and walking past the room after her body was found hidden under a bed. And again, the prosecutors wanted, a decision where he's locked up behind bars, but that didn't happen. All right, so he pled not guilty. Let me. All right, United States Attorney Office. It's going to be Lopez, and this is them presenting the timeline of the events that were on the boat. Also using witness testimony. And so, prosecutor detailed the events starting from November 2nd, the day that the family departed, and then it was a recruise. So November 7th, around 11:24 a.m., is when the staff had found Anna's body wrapped in a blanket and stuffed under the bed. Shortly after her body had been found, CCTV footage showed Timothy, that's the stepbrother, go by the room but make no effort to see what was happening inside while there were several people inside the cabin. But they said, quote, he looks straight ahead and walks away. She shared a room with Timothy as well as her 13-year-old half-brother. And then across the room was the dad, stepmom, stepsister, like directly across. So February 6th, hearing Lopez had provided the breakdown, and it went from minutes to even hours describing it. They had a family dinner that they met up, and then she left and she wasn't feeling well. So, night of November 6th, timeline. 7:35 p.m., Timothy entered the room. He was not seen leaving the room until nearly 3 hours later. So, 3 minutes later, 7:38, Anna was seen on CCTV entering her cabin. It's the last time she was seen alive on footage, and the video shows her never leaving the room after that. 7:51, Anna's 13-year-old half-brother entered the room and then quickly left. He reported seeing her in the room at this time. 10:13 p.m., Timothy was seen looking down the hallway, appearing to check if anyone was there before walking out of the cabin. Between 10:23 and 10:49 p.m., Timothy was seen going in and out of the cabin 2 more times. From 11:21 p.m., Anna's brother entered the cabin. At that time, he didn't see his sister. So this is the half-brother that they're explaining that walked in. So he finally gets back in at 11:21. He left the room at 11:23. So 2 minutes in and out. At 11:31, Timothy entered the room, left, and came back in at 11:44. Boy, is it going to be easier if it does go to trial and they're actually showing this happening as they give the time. It's going to be a lot easier to follow. I hope, anyway, for the jury. Anna's body was found around 11:24 a.m. the next day. As the ship was returning, they contacted the FBI, met the ship at the port on November 8th. Her brother noted weird instances. So her 13-year-old half-brother told the officials he went into the room for a short period after dinner that evening. However, on one occasion at 12:09 a.m. on the 7th now, the brother said that when he decided to return to the room to sleep, hold on. See how they're talking about 12:09 here? I'm going to bring you right back up real quick. So, 11:21 is when the half-brother entered the cabin. 2 minutes later, walked out. And then at 11:31 is when the stepbrother comes back. But now they're talking about 12:09. The brother said that, and that's half-brother, he decided to return to the room to sleep. Timothy put out his arm to stop the boy from entering the room and yelled that he was changing. The boy noted it was, quote, weird that all the lights of the cabin were on. The brother sat out in the hallway until Timothy allowed him to enter the room. Where was Anna's phone during this time? So authorities could not find her cell phone. Her family mentioned that she was never without it. The phone was later found in the lost and found after one of the crew members had found the phone in a trash can. It was seriously damaged. It had been smashed. The FBI began to investigate how her phone even ended up in the trash can if she herself had never even left the room after 7:38. Timothy was seen on CCTV leaving the room between, here's more time frames, so now it's the morning, at 9:26 a.m. on the 7th, and then returned at 9:48 a.m. before leaving again at 9:50, holding something in his left hand. He was seen walking towards I don't know what that part of the ship is, but and then he reached into a trash bin at 9:52 a.m. That is exactly where Anna's phone ended up later being found. So by tracking her phone, the movement matched exactly where Timothy was walking that morning. He had been seen smoking out on deck 11, and then that's where her phone was, on deck 11. Timothy's phone was later obtained also through a search warrant, which didn't show any relationship between him and Anna. That's interesting wording on that. Small school, we had standing room only in the gym. I'd struggle to still be with my spouse whose child killed mine. Right. I agree. And I would feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's how a lot of people would feel. You would think. I guess not. I don't. mm, I feel like you would have done something about it though. Like for anyone that actually would struggle, as you just explained, and I would feel, I feel like those are the people that would have actually taken action and stepped in and done something. I don't know. I question that they may stay together forever. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I don't know. Then someone said, I think I read that part, right? Oh, wait. Someone said that he didn't understand the gravity of it because he threw his phone in a trash can instead of overboard or through hers. Yeah. No, he's maybe not this quick thinker. I don't know. I have no idea, but the gravity? Well, yeah, it's gonna set in harder and harder as it goes, but like, no, he knew what he was doing. He's There's been time from, we'll say the alleged possible attempt of something that Anna's ex-boyfriend had witnessed while still being on a video call as she was falling asleep one night. And he was seen going in and trying to get on top of her. In that time frame, I mean, that's time. That he Nah, mm-mm. And I also question, and that's part where I'm gonna get you guys to now, where they're talking about a second individual that had possibly likely had sexual intercourse of sorts with Anna while she was on the ship as well. And I'm curious if possibly that maybe could have been like a trigger for him. Like again, I cannot speak specifically for their scenario. I can just give you a perspective of the similar scenario and how I behaved or how the stepbrothers behaved. But I know that from my scenario, my stepbrothers did not like when I was dating somebody, when I had a boyfriend. That was not a good time. Like, they did not like that. That was they are not well. They think they wanna be with you. So, therefore, they feel in their brain possessive and controlling, and the jealousy just eats at them. Whether they take any action, that's the part I'm concerned about. If that's what could have maybe been a straw that pushed him. We also know from his mother that he had missed a couple of nights of doses of his medicine for sleeping. I don't know if that changed anything or not. Still, mm, it should have been males in a room and females in a room. I agree, Grain. I agree. It's true that she met somebody on the ship, and so I've not, Queen Bella, I've not read that as a fact anywhere. That's just my own me. Whether other people have said, I have no idea. Have they? Maybe they have. I wouldn't think they're far off, but that's, again, my opinion, just from my scenario. I don't think at this point any of us know, unless they find evidence of him writing something, which they said that his phone showed no relationship with her, like her phone. So I don't know. Maybe if he shared with literally anybody that he was feeling some kind of way, then there would be that evidence that maybe he could point to. But if not, I don't know that we would ever know. But that for me is just a potential reason that makes out probably one of the most sense to me. Mm, he missed. You mean she missed giving? Hey, exactly right. Yes, Green. The mother missed. Again, her responsibility, and she didn't give the medicine multiple nights, including also that night. And they had left dinner. Anna, her stepbrother, they were already gone the room, and the mother admitted that her and her husband, Anna's dad, had left and went straight to their room. They were asked, "Did you check on them across the hallway?" And she said no. Before going to bed, she did not. Your 16-year-old child's medication is your responsibility. I agree. Yep. Green, I agree. I agree. So it says that the medical examiner observed irregularities in her clothing, indicating a possible sexual assault. She was fully clothed, wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants. Her underwear were bunched up, twisted, and folded. Again, I read further portions where it said actually her underwear had gone internal. Additionally, she had tiny pinpoint red spots caused by bleeding from small capillaries, the court document had read, her eyes and her face. And she had significant bruising on her left ear, bruises on the side and back of her neck. The spots and bruises were indicators that she was strangled, most likely from a chokehold. She also had sperm inside of her, which determined she was sexually assaulted before she died. I still question that. I mean, couldn't that technically still have happened after death too? It could have, but I'm assuming that they have determined it in fact happened before death. I hope. Or do I? I don't know. That's a really I don't know. I personally can't hope one way or the other because they both make me angry. They're wrong. They're wrong. But I would say the person's even further ill and disconnected wires in the brain to do an act on a person that has passed away. But that's my opinion. I don't know if that's how everyone feels, but it makes me so mad. The FBI obtained DNA from her stepbrother and a person that she had had sex with while on the cruise. And so that person, there was no other like interaction with one another. They had just met each other on the cruise, like on the actual boat. And results from this item had very strong support for the inclusion of her stepbrother as the contributor of the male DNA in the mixture, which I'm about to give you that exact right now. Let me bring you right over. So let me show you this. Here is what they're talking about in the past few days here. So despite the apparent mounting evidence against the stepbrother, I don't know. They're kind of swinging this. I'm not sure. I feel a certain way, but let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious what you guys think about this. If you were a juror, at least off what we know, there's going to be more. We know how different trial can be, and the things that we learn that we didn't know, nor most of the time do we need to. It's normally not our business. So anyway, though, they requested that another teenager who had been traveling on the cruise provide DNA sample as well. And that teenager complied with the request, was never considered a suspect, never accused of any wrongdoing, charged with any crime related to Anna's death, nothing. And yes, there you have it. That's her stepbrother. He's a young, he's a teenager. I mean, I don't know. Like for me, again, this is my own bias, I'm sure, but for me, I don't feel sadness here. I feel like it's an act, and I can recognize the look of like the poor me, the victim. They're attempting to be the victim now. Also, please remember that the only statement he has given was like that he didn't remember anything. He doesn't know anything, nothing. He doesn't, just all black, nothing. Well, boy, you sure are coming and going and walking and taking phones and putting things places, and you know what I mean? Could they use that to their advantage by like, well, you must have blacked out because why wouldn't you have thrown the phone over as we were talking about earlier? I don't know. Either way, I think it's silly. I think it's all shows the fact that he put her underneath the bed, put the life vest in front of her. It's all you did wrong, and you're attempting to cover it up and hide it. It should have. Where am I? Since he wasn't very big, right? Yeah, yeah, he's thin, but that doesn't mean much because it at this age they like start to get their young young man. They start to get the strength in them, even though their bodies haven't fully. My youngest stepbrother, it's not a problem. He's fantastic. He was wonderful. We had a really good relationship. Um, well, except I was a little turd to him, and so I'd kind of shove him around or whatever, and he would cry. He used to like get whimper, and then like, I'm sorry, yeah, okay. Well, then one day, I learned that was not a thing anymore. No more pushing him around. That wasn't going to happen. He had suddenly become stronger than me. He had now just got to. I'm only 5'3". I mean, it's big enough, but considering most average majority of men are taller than me, he got to my height. He still had like that thin, bony shoulders. I used to punch him right here. I'm making sure I'm on the right page. Yes, I am. Right here, in this like soft spot on his between your bone, your shoulder, back shoulder bone blade, or whatever you want to call it. And there's a spot. If you lift up your arm, you put your hand back there, you could literally put your finger. Anyway, right in there, it doesn't feel great to get some bony knuckles wailed into you. And I used to do that. And then he was very strong, and I was like, whoa, where did that come from? I have cousins the same age that rode my school bus. I decided within that school year, we were arm wrestling everybody on the bus, and my cousins also had all of a sudden this strength that I'm like, no, you're all my little cousins. You're little. What are you doing? No, stop. You're not supposed to be stronger than me. You agree he knew what he was doing? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a hard argument for the defense to say he didn't, but they're going to lean on that. They're going to lean on a lot of things. And the judge even said so today. Not today, whatever day this conversation was had recently. The judge himself even said he doesn't, it's not exactly like a slam dunk. And that the defense has multiple avenues to use for the defense. So, and we'll talk about a couple, but that being one right there. So, all right, they learned that they were sharing a room, right? Surveillance footage allegedly showed him leaving and entering the room multiple times over the next 16 hours, while on the flip side of that, Anna was never seen again. And then they say at 11 a.m., housekeeper started cleaning and found her body. So, here's what they add on. FBI agents boarded the ship. The following day, they performed a rape kit on Anna, which they then sent to their headquarters for testing. Agents requested a DNA test from Timothy and another minor male who had been on the cruise. Lopez had said didn't share much about the second male, except that he was also a guest. He had interacted with her over the course of their trip, and they had no known connection with the family or anything prior. The lab compared the DNA provided from Timothy and the second male, which they refer to as minor witness 2, with the DNA on the victim, and the results showed that minor witness 2 was excluded as a contributor. Then the test showed that it was 1.2 septillion times more likely that Anna and Timothy were the contributors of the DNA. And then they arrested him soon after the lab turned over that info to the prosecutor, and that resulted in the federal charges, and he's now facing murder and aggravated sexual abuse. And so again, a month later, grand jury indicted him on those same charges, charged him as an adult. Grand jury wrote that, quote, that he did knowingly and unlawfully perpetrate the willful, deliberate, malicious, and premeditated killing of Anna with malice afterthought. Queen Bella, that's us. That's who we're saying. Yeah. The jury also found that the killing occurred during him actually having with aggravated sexual abuse. So because of that, he might, he's now at least facing the possibility of 2 life sentences if he's convicted for both. Trial is supposed to start in September. All right, let me bring you over to this one. Is this the one or not the one? Negative here. We're going to go over here. So they're saying on these newer things, new questions raised over the murder. So here's where their problem is. Ready? Well, they're saying there's DNA from unknown male minor. He's known. He's not known to us, but he's known. Their problem isn't now so much about, here's the thing, they might kind of give up. Okay, I mean, I guess we're going to get caught on the aggravated, the assault, sexual assault. Maybe possibly. But they're trying to very much fight the murder, and now they're claiming, let me read this to you, I got to bring you on it. All right. So they're saying that there is no DNA evidence linking the stepbrother to her actual murder, to her asphyxiation, to her actually being choked. Well, I would agree. I think this is again, this sucks that this is something the defense can use. But you're going to hear that apparently they didn't do any DNA testing, any swabs, anything on her neck, in specific, her neck area, to see whose DNA was on it. So that's what defense is partially one of the things they're aiming on. Okay, so can you prove that our client, let's say, okay, the semen, it's it, whatever, fine, okay, but can you prove, where's your evidence that he then also was the one that killed her? That's what the defense is saying. Now, for me, I mean, if everything outside's getting like real wet, I start to, perhaps it's raining, like that would add up. That would make sense to me. Makes sense to me when you don't see other people entering the room outside of the younger half brother there that will enter very quickly and then leave, also be kept out. All of it. There's no way he has the time. The 2 minutes, remember the 2 minutes I talked about? Yeah, he likely was holding the airway from her being able to for over 2 minutes, likely. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna put it on the half brother? Who else? And again, to sit and even bring up this other male, they're not a contributor of the DNA found swabs from inside of her vagina, which they did say they did 2 different swabs. One came back as that there was DNA in it, male DNA. And then the other one specifically showed that it was in fact semen, for sure. Okay, great. Well, again, both of those have now ruled out that is not the second minor man on the trip. It's not. All right, I'm going to come back and say hello to you again. You think that he could hold her down and have sex if she was still alive? I think they would have been struggling very hard. I do wonder if he had any scratches, because they did take clippings of her fingernails. They haven't mentioned in anything I've read yet about if his DNA was under her nails. But I mean, I want to see, like, was there any evidence on him, his face, his neck, his eyes, his collarbone, arms, wrists, hands? I'm just very. But yes, so if I'm thinking, if you get behind somebody and put what little weight he did have, but put the weight, yeah, at some point it comes down to endurance, I would imagine. But how much endurance can you have if you are literally having your airway closed? That is completely. It's not even at that point. It wouldn't even matter so much like endurance, strength. That's you have no oxygen and you need it. So I yeah, that's actually Queen Bella. That's sort of why I'd asked if they knew for a fact that when semen entered her, for a fact that she was in fact still alive. That's why I was wondering that, because I do believe it would have been a struggle. And as you see, her clothes were all still on. So it was not, I don't know. I don't know. Not everyone fights back. Green, you're not wrong there either. Oh my gosh, you're not wrong there either. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're right. You're exactly right. That is exactly, yeah. I froze. In this one specific one I'm thinking with my one stepbrother, and pretended I was still sleeping. But like, oh, I'm just uncomfortable. I need to move. That was my attempt of like getting them away from me. The Astro. I'm going to rewind. Hello, family. How's it? Hi, hi. When you get caught back up. Thanks for being here. Hi. Good afternoon. Uh, I mean, mm, hey, NY. Good to see you. Good evening for you. Nobody else entered the room. He didn't, and this is Green. He didn't allow his little brother in, and he threw her destroyed phone in the trash. Right. These are all things like you're conscious of what you're doing. You're doing things. Parents or grandparents never came to see Anna either for 16 hours. Yeah, they're not checking on them like before they went to bed or anything. Mm. I would understand if it, and this is the Astro. I would understand if it was the other minor, not the brother. Right. I get what you're saying. I'm following you. Uh, on codeine medicine, so she was loopy. Wait. Are you sure? I'm not sure of that. Are we sure that do we know that for sure? That would make sense. I'm not certain of that. It would also make sense if she took something because her braces were hurting her. However, I've not seen anything about that. Didn't Anna have a boyfriend when she went? No, she did not. I don't believe so, but it certainly wasn't that ex-boyfriend that spoke out. That he and her were not dating at that time. That relationship, if that's the one you're thinking, that one had ended. But they were still friendly. I believe he said they spoke that one of the days in the week leading up to her going, they had spoken, him and her. She and him. had the relationship ended. I don't remember exactly. I've heard it takes 5 minutes. Yeah, Green, I've heard 3 plus. I know it varies and Anna has just broken up with her boyfriend. Yeah, good. Yes, thank you for answering. Wouldn't that be in her autopsy report about which part now? The how long approximately? I'm trying to think what else I just. Oh, about the codeine. Yes, that would be in her autopsy report. Yep, yep. And I haven't heard anybody make mention of that being in there, or read it, or show anything in the documents. Again, mm, uh, that would make sense though, but I've not heard it up to this point. So again, I'm not going to argue that it. No way. It makes sense, but I just haven't heard. On pain pills for her. See, I know that would make sense. I also had braces, and yes, when they got taken, they didn't feel great. So newly unsealed court transcript reveal whether investigators collected or analyzed DNA evidence, they could directly identify who strangled Anna, whose cause of death was ruled from asphyxiation. I giggle, not because of what the word is and what happened to her. I giggle over the fact I had to slow down and actually pronunciate it this time. So, ready? They're saying show no murder DNA. What we know, according to the court transcripts from a hearing last week, the defense's team is focused heavily on the forensic evidence surrounding her death. During cross-examination, the defense attorneys questioned the FBI's lead case agent. Keep that in mind. Lead case agent. Like everything should be going through this person. So that's a bummer. About whether investigators attempted to recover DNA from injuries on Anna's neck. The defense, quote, the proffer describes marks and bruises to Anna's neck. Was any attempt ever made to lift DNA from areas of her body to indicate who may have strangled her? FBI agent. Hang on, please hold. I'm going to grab a sip of my, is it fizz actually? But a drink, any drink. So I quit like speed mumbling or whatever I'm doing. Please hold one moment. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Braces, sorry, guys. It's in the paperwork. Okay, I'll take your word. I will actually take your word because I do know there are a lot of pages of paperwork I personally didn't look through. So I'll tell you what I was thinking actually. When the came out, I'm drawing a blank on her name all of a sudden. Plunder had received the 145 pages and put it in her Patreon. And oftentimes I hear her talk about how she puts things in Patreon and it's going to have an audio mark or some type of copyright or I'm drawing a blank. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Cool. Some things she does ask like you to pay a little bit of money to get into a different tier or whatever they call it in Patreon because I'm not in Patreon. Anyway, so I just was like, okay, go. And I went and I got into the Patreon. I don't even remember what I signed up with because I was like, go, just go, whatever. Either way, point is to the whole entire story is that I had to pay $11, I believe it was, to get to be able to see it. Let me tell you, that is significantly, not that I know how much she had to pay, but my brain knows it's a lot. And so it's quite a deal. Trademark? Copyright. Wait, what? Logo. I don't know. Yeah. Queen Bella, you know what I mean. And so, well, that's not very much. It's a great deal, whatever. I agree. Yes. However, I had a specific plan of why I even was going to go through them. And once all of that, I started to actually get doubt of I didn't know if I would be able to copy the words off of the documents so that I could then bring them over and organize them into my own timeline. That was my desire, what I wanted to do, why I wanted to see them. I wasn't sure that the documents, sometimes they don't allow you to do that. And also the fact that it was through her. So I'm not sure how. I guess I could have put them in. No, I'm not doing that. Technically, you could put them in Canva and you could have the words extracted about. I'm not doing all of that. That 145 pages worth? No, thank you. Anyway, so I ruled out, and thankfully, I found this the Fox 13 that I just read to you that gave a timeline of the main details. So I apologize that I didn't get it as detailed as I wanted. I apologize. But there's the long-winded reason of why I didn't. Okay, so anyways, it goes on to say, let me re-ask the question again so that we're not lost in me. Ready? Defense. The proffer described marks and bruises to her neck. Was any attempt ever made to lift DNA from areas of her body to indicate who may have strangled her? And the FBI agent said, quote, I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure. No. End quote. Defense attorneys then pressed the agent on whether he would have known if such testing had been performed. The defense said, quote, again, you're the case agent. You would have been privy to that information if it in fact existed, question mark, right? Like, see, and that's what I said. If this is the case agent, the defense is right about this. Like, eesh. So the FBI agent said, quote, yeah, I would say so. So if they should have been privy to it and be aware and they're not aware of it, it probably didn't happen. But I mean, the defense also questions whether the medical examiner could determine if the person who allegedly sexually assaulted Anna was the same person responsible for her death. The defense question, right? Quote, was the assistant medical examiner able to determine whether the same person who was involved in the intercourse with Anna was the person who killed her? The FBI agent says, quote, I don't think they made that determination. Hmm. And then also, interesting how the defense worded that. Very good on them. Good on them. As I said, I worded it as, I believe, the sexual assault. I believe is how I worded it. And they, defense specifically said intercourse. So you could tell they're going to go to some extent that it was mutual, that there was consent given, that it was whatever. Yeah, right. I have never consented and left all my clothes on and told the person, good luck. Good luck. Hope it's a good time. Like, nope. With sweatpants and underwear. No way. Get out of here. Stop it. Okay, so how this complicates the case. The apparent lack of direct DNA evidence connecting the stepbrother to the act of strangulation could become a key issue at trial. Yes, it could. And again, that's where the defense is trying to poke any holes that they can and give any doubt to the jury. My question for you was, are you on board with him? Does that give you a little bit of doubt? A little bit? Reasonable? Like, oh, it's reasonable. Okay, all right, you're right. Technically, we don't know. So I guess if I'm not, then maybe I guess. Or the other way where you're using all of the evidence, at least that we know so far, but there'll be more, I'm sure. And when you piece that all together, it only could make sense in your mind what's presented that it had to have, or most likely in that scenario was in fact the stepbrother that did it. Both acts. I don't know. I know strongly how I feel. But I know there's some people that think like opposite of me. So I'm just curious if any of you are thinking the other way. Or like if you were a jury, you're a juror, you're on a jury, they tell you You got to be unbiased. You got to weigh both sides. You got to hear all the evidence, so on and so on. How much of that do you stick to your word, your oath? Like, all right, yeah, okay. If they give me reasonable doubt, yeah, that can give doubt, I guess. Yeah, sure. There's no evidence proving it. Okay. But for me, the rest of the evidence, to me, would take hold. That would be, I don't know, it spells out an answer for me. All right, so the defense attorneys are expected to argue that prosecutors cannot conclusively prove that the stepbrother was the person who killed Anna, even if they present evidence tying him to other aspects of the case, as I was explaining earlier. If they say, look it is 1.2 sextuplet, lots of just a lot of times more likely that DNA, that semen was, or sperm was in fact contributed from her stepbrother. So he's trying to even say that, like, okay, all right, put that aside. You can't, yeah. They're just saying there's no evidence in that part, and so therefore you can't connect them to it. Because the alleged crime occurred aboard a cruise ship where multiple people may have had access to the area, there's cameras. The defense could use the absence of homicide-related DNA evidence to create reasonable doubt for jurors. Yes, they could, and they should do their job and do that, but. And then also, without forensic evidence directly identifying who caused Anna's fatal injuries, prosecutors may have to rely more heavily on circumstantial evidence and the overall timeline of events. Ding, ding, yes, yes, and yes. Yes. And hopefully, as I said earlier, when I was reading all the time, it would be in a timeline format like I was wanting to create for you guys. So you could see it visually as well. And then also be showing video of the actual actions that are happening while you're watching the clock, you know. Yeah. What they're saying. So a criminal defense attorney chimed in. He's not involved in the case. He said that the defense appears focused on raising questions about who actually killed her. Quote, they're trying to show reasonable doubt as to who choked her. The argument is, how do you know? If no one was there to see it, there's no DNA, there's no video footage of it, there's no one saying that it was that. Like, how do you know then? I get it. And that's their job, but they said that the lack of DNA evidence tied specifically to the strangulation could give defense attorneys an avenue to challenge the government's theory of the case. Other legal observers say that a murder case does not necessarily rise or fall on DNA evidence alone. True. Right. I agree with them. Retired detective, who's not affiliated with the case, said that jurors will likely consider all the evidence collectively rather than focusing on a single forensic issue. And that's what they should do. Yes. Quote, look at the evidence in totality. He pointed to allegations that the stepbrother placed a, quote, do not disturb sign on the stateroom door and disposed of Anna's phone after her death. According to this defense attorney, retired, those actions could be viewed by jurors as evidence of consciousness of guilt, which we discussed earlier, even without DNA evidence directly linking him to the strangulation. What's next? The newly unsealed testimony is likely to become a focal point on both sides as they prepare. Defense attorneys are expected to continue highlighting the gaps in the forensic investigation, while the prosecutors will seek to persuade the jurors that the overall body of evidence proves that he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Trial is currently scheduled to begin in September. And let me look at this one really, really quick. I'll bring you so you're looking at something too. Yeah, see what they're saying? The development introduced a potential twist in federal prosecutors move forward. I don't really think it's that. That's my opinion. I don't think it's the hype that they're trying to put on this and everything. It got me concerned off the title, but when you actually break it down and read what they're saying, it's not a big deal. It makes sense. You understand it. We see it. We get it. We know it. And there is a way still past it. And if convicted, phase 2. Okay. I was just reading it. Okay. I just want to see if there's any. I feel like I read. Prosecutor said the rape kit. Okay. Tested. Okay, that was the part I explained earlier. Autopsy. During her autopsy, produced male DNA from 2 vaginal swabs, including one that tested positive for sperm. So, yeah, it yeah. I mean, eesh. Based on those results, okay. Mhm. Okay, prosecutor said that they compared DNA standards from the stepbrother and then the other minor witness to the male DNA profile found on the vaginal swab. According to the government, the other minor was excluded as a contributor, and they said they strongly supported her stepbrother. That's a different number, I feel like, than I read earlier. This one says, is this supposed to be 1.2 something? Anyway, it says 120 sextillion. That is not what I read earlier, I don't believe. More likely to include DNA from, yeah, okay. A second swab, which was negative for sperm but positive for male DNA, was described, oh, there we go, that's where it came from, as 1.2 septillion times more likely to include the stepbrother than an unknown, unrelated person. So both of them, both just the male DNA as well as the sperm, both more likely to be him. And yeah, so there you go. There's a picture. I mean, look how much taller he already is than her. I mean, I will tell you that like longer arms, longer legs does give an advantage already. And yeah, he looks younger there. I mean, he looks young. I don't care what he looks like. What they've put out there, it kind of, I mean, yeah. Stuff. Thanks. Hit the thumbs up and want catch up after. All right, I hope you have a nice shower. Thanks for stopping in. Steph, by the way, I sent a voice clip to you like last night or something. I don't know. Anyway, if I don't know if you get notifications, but then or not, I guess I don't know. And it may have showed that I had sent one, but now it's not there. No worries, I deleted it. I just deleted it. So don't be like, what happened here or why or whatever. Is yeah. All right. So, pretty much same thing. The defense, however, signaled that the other sexual encounter, stop it, and the timeline could become part of its strategy. So, again, I told you, even the judge said that the defense has multiple different ways that they could go with this. Here you go. That's another one. Like they're it, it's silly because again, that DNA excludes him. They're still going to probably try it though. They'll still probably try it. But again, also, is he on camera? Was he in the room? Was he hiding under the bed the whole time, way before and way after, and just stayed there? And then the stepbrother did the sexual assault, but then the other minor wasn't seen on camera or anything because he was already like hiding in the room. And then what? He came just to do the killing and then hid. That's silly, right? It's crazy, and I don't. I don't know. Defense got to do their job, but I find it. I don't. Anytime I think like there's no way that anybody could, people can. So I don't want to say definitive like that this should add up to any reasonable individual hearing these, but hey, I've been wrong. I mean, The defense pressed a FBI agent whether the medical examiner. That's the other thing. Why didn't the medical examiner or anyone? Why was there no DNA testing on the parts that were injured? That's a good point. Good. I mean, I get they probably didn't think there would be like maybe semen, anything sexual on her neck at the injury, but it's a good way to close this weird loophole that defense was trying to do. Whether the person involved in the intercourse was the same who killed her. Yeah. And then also the like not knowing. I don't think that they made that determination or like I'm not sure. I don't think so. All right, here you go. Here's what the judge said. The judge found probable cause, but said he would not characterize the government's case as strong, calling it, quote, a much closer call, and noting that various defenses could be raised. So, there's that. And I agree. Just us talking or me talking to you, I could see multiple ways that the defense will try, but mm, and yeah, so therefore you can't be like, oh, it's super strong. It's strong enough, in my opinion. That being said, I don't know. Are people gonna feel bad? Did any of you feel bad a little bit of seeing like his age? Did you think he was baby faced at all, and maybe have sympathy or, at all, or empathy or anything? Right here. Now, I don't know what. I'm gonna guess it's this. Let me bring you over here. I'm gonna guess it was this video. Probably. So I'll play it really quick for you. My question is, why do media? Here, I'll get to it and then I'll tell you. Actually, it's probably a commercial. Yeah. Also, question again. Can you guys hear my the fan that's blowing extra? Because I've been doing my streams with my air purifier on one side of me, but now I have a fan misty thingy to the right, and I just don't want it to be annoying or causing any interruption or anything.
Team. We're back with a big story at 5:30, and that's new details into the cruise ship murder of a Central Florida teen. Anna Kepner's stepbrother is charged with raping and killing her, but a lack of evidence could put a conviction in jeopardy. Just days after Timothy Hudson appeared in court, Fox 35 is now learning prosecutors might not have any DNA linking her stepbrother to her death.
The teen Suspects defense team claims that the case against their client is weak and that there are glaring holes in the case. Fox 35's Esther Bowers.
Thank you, Queen Bella. I double muted myself like a dummy. I don't even know what happened. I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry. That was so stupid. And then I unmuted my headset, thinking I caught it. I'm so tricky, and I'm so sorry. I don't even want to repeat everything I just said. I don't even know what I was talking about. Good for me. Lise, hi. Hello. Liz? Lise, do you know that happened? I've been saying your name right forever and ever. The other day, I had a brain glitch on Lise or Liz, and I said out loud, "Man, I hope I figure that glitch out before I see you again." And I didn't, apparently. Lise. Liz? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Thanks for letting me know. That I was muted. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, that they're hyping it up, making it a big thing. It's not a big thing, I don't think. And I totally don't remember. Must not have been important.
Spoke with criminal defense experts about where this case stands now.
No, we don't need to hear that. I'm just going to show you where they are yelling. I feel like you would do better, like, by you, I mean, any of these media that are standing out here shouting a question or questions to anybody, I feel like you'd do better to just ask one question over and over and over and over, repeat it, and it might crack them to, like, answer it. Then you could try to, like, work your way into additional questions, but I don't know. All I know is I heard a woman on here that shouted like 3 or 4 just back-to-back questions. It's like, even if I wanted to answer, I wouldn't have had time. You're already asking another question. Just you're not gonna get anywhere with me like that. All right. Anyway, here. It might be right in this area. If not, it's not that important. All right.
Murder DNA won't throw the case.
Look at the evidence in totality.
And this case is still heading towards trial in September. Reporting in
Information, if it in fact existed. Yeah, I would say so, the agent answered.
Be trying to show reason choked her.
Lawyer Jeff Golubs, who were coming in and out of the room, you can't link the homicide to Hudson.
Why is it right?
The argument is, how do you know?
Other legal experts say the government's case is for DNA around Anna Kepner's neck. I don't think they
Hey,
made
guess what?
Crawford described
Is weak and that
It's
there
that
are
important.
glaring
It's not that important. It may not even have been on their channel, so it's really definitely extra not worth it then. Oh, maybe it's on this one. Hang on. No. Hey, guess what? It's not important. How do you like that? Heh. Lise. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, and all of a sudden my brain doubted me so bad. I'm like, is it Liz? Lise. I don't know why my brain did it. I don't know. I apologize. Hi, though. It's so good to see you. And thank you. Again, officially, thank you for the last stream. All right, y'all. Please hold one more moment. I should have done that while I was muted. Please hold. Okay, my apologies. I'm so sorry. All right. Now that you're up to date and that's where it's at, and we're just pretty much going to wait till the next update. And I mean, also wait for me to come on and give you updates on so much. I had more on Noelle, if you were following Noelle's updates, and everyone, pretty much everyone. There's no point. I'd be a shorter list to name the ones that don't have an update. So I need to get to doing that. To be quite honest, where my problem has laid, has been everybody else being live, and I just am like, yeah, it's gonna kind of be like this, like people want to watch the drama, and I know eventually, I'll get an audience that's actually really here for awareness or victims, survivors, what have you. So that'd be great when that day, comes down the road more. But in the meantime, I do recognize a lot of people, what they prefer. So yeah, but I do get in my head because I'm like, listen, if I'm going to give up, like I want people to know that's the whole point of giving awareness or trying to. And so I definitely, yeah, but Queen Bella, you're right about that too. Big time. Quality over quantity. My last stream was such an incredible mixture of people. Like new people, returning people that were here way, way, way back in the beginning of my channel. Yeah, a lot. So, but thankfully, yeah, I'm not like discouraged, don't want to do it. Not that. It's I feel like I rack my brain around the clock over when can I get in? Wait, could I get a live in? Could I maybe, I don't know. Should I do it? If I do this time, then everyone's going to be sleeping, or my mods might not be awake, or might be annoyed with me going on, that late at night, or because I don't want to be a burden on people. I really don't. You guys, some of you knows this. I don't like it. So yeah, then in the early morning, well, now I feel like no one's up or whatever. And yeah, there's just certain streams that'll be going that I'm like, well, I know everybody would prefer to be over there. So yeah. And there are few too that I try my hardest to not stream over the top of them, or like plan something at the same time if I can, you know, if I can do that. But yeah, so that's what's been my hang up. I feel like I absolutely can. And then let's say there isn't anybody streaming. Oh, I hit my headset. Sorry if you heard that. Um, that was a weird sound. It like sizzled, and it was just my. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, sorry. Uh, if you did hear it though, tell me so I can not do that again. But I lost my train of thought. How do you like that? Oh, you can never be a burden on anyone. Yes, at least I can. Yes, I can. I was a burden on someone before I even started my channel. Who knew? It's kind of funny. I think it's hilarious, actually. No, the world is funny how it works out. But before I had my channel, I'm a talker, obviously. I have ADHD, so I go down many roads very quickly and hope that you are able to stay with me. Well, I'll tell you, the one person for a fact cannot would be my boyfriend. The one person that not only can he not, but doesn't even attempt to try is my boyfriend. But that's all I have to talk to. So I would tell him, and then he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I could just tell he's like he's not even listening. And I'll confirm it. Yeah, not good. It's so. Then eventually my feelings get hurt. I get it. Most of the time I get it. I give a lot of grace on that. Like, I don't want to listen to me either. I get it. But eventually, yes, my feelings did get hurt. And so anyway, when I talked about, yeah, well, he informed me that my talking to him to tell him all of these cases and stories and things that are interesting to me. It's a burden on him. Man, it wasn't funny at the time. It hurt my heart. I was like, oh man, that's awful. I'm just a burden to everyone. Anyway, I got over it. He's not wrong. I get it. I understand. He's not wrong. Anyway, who knew? Just a little bit down, boop, boop, because I'm a burden on the one, and I just got so much whatever. Yeah, I started a channel. Burden of proof. Never even correlated the two together. Not ever. Until someone started to say burden. And they're like, oh no, is that rude? Do you not want me to? Nah, that doesn't offend me at all. I don't take offense to it. But if I'm up and see her live, I'll be here. Oh, thanks, Queen Bella. It's enjoyable to be around. Thanks, Lise. Well, maybe. But if it's not enjoyable, it would be annoying as shit to some people, To me, when I listen back to myself, oh my gosh. Like, you ever heard of secondhand embarrassment? We're beyond that. We're like going 13th and beyond embarrassment. I mean, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. Okay, I believe I've officially shared with you. So, eventually I'm going to have a thing here where I actually could segue us correctly into the part of the stream where I show you something that's positive, uplifting, or funny, or cute, or something on a happier, more positive note than what we covered. So, I have a couple because I've been meaning to go live. I'm always finding and seeing things and saving them. But there's been ones that are like really heavy that I'm like, I really want to share that one. So actually, yeah, I'm going to show you this one first. That way, if any of you don't want to stay for the update on the paper plane, the paper airplane, if anybody was here for that, Lakewood, a little Lakewood girl, sent a paper airplane with a letter, a note, over her fence to her neighbor who was playing his guitar. And she was requesting a Taylor Swift song be played. And he played it. And it's so cute. And he didn't know that the mom was recording and going to put it up on TikTok, but she did. And so his channel has grown. And the Swifties have come into his chat just, we've got you now. We've got you for me. I mean, it's so positive, encouraging. The little girl is adorable. It's the cutest thing. It's all great. I'm hoping you've seen it. If you haven't, they'll give an update, but of that, or a refresher. And now there's another update. I'm in Rewind, and I love you. I'm in Rewind. So wait, I'm wondering, the Astros, when you get to this part, is the part where you said I'm in Rewind or replay? Are you now at the part where I first read your comment? It said, "Hey, when you get here, good to see you. Thanks for being here." Are you at that part? What's his name? Ethan? Something. That's just what I remember off the top of my head. Ethan? I don't want to say it wrong. William? Roger. Hold on. I'll tell you. I'll get it. Actually, wait. They should have. Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay. Mm, oh no. Wait. Sorry. Oof. I don't know if that cut my voice out at all. So there's what did I'm so confused. What is happening? Oh, never mind. I get it. Madeline is the daughter, and Natalie? Natalie is supposed to be the mom, but they just said Natalie. They mixed the mom and the daughter's name together. That confused me. Hayes, Ethan Hayes. I'm so sorry. That took me a second. My apologies. Would you like me to write it in the? I could drop the. Well, in the meantime, though, I'm going to show those of you that maybe don't want to see that one, and I have another read after that too. I'm sorry. I told you I have it's been collecting. That one has the update now, and then there's one I wanted to show you. Haven't got to yet. And that one also has now an update. It's been so long since I've been here. It's only been like a week, but now there's an update on that one too. So, but we're gonna start with this one. I can't with it. It's so precious. I can't with any of them. They're too good. So good. Ready? So there is a man in this vehicle that the wife recording, and there is a moose here. And I'm sorry, I wish I could like zoom in or make it bigger, do better things, but you know, it's in vertical. However, it's in 1080. So that's good. But there's a mama moose here on the left side of this barrier, this metal concrete barrier, and then two little babies here on the right. And they cannot get over. So traffic is stopped at the moment, and you'll hear them discuss, talk about it. I'll skip through a little bit, and then you'll see where they start trying to take action.
Two little calves and mom on the other side. They can't make it over. Come on, guys. Follow mama. It's beautiful Prince George. That's what holds up traffic.
Look at that one fall.
Oh, little guy fell. Look at those long legs. Oops, sorry.
Okay, so while this part's happening, I'm gonna fast forward a bit just to get us past that blinker. I don't mind the blinker so much, but I know since I have misophonia, some of you might, and that sometimes that can be annoying. All right, so she still wants, it's not happening, and this man says, see, the baby fell again, the one in the back there. So he does start to say, like, great, now look, traffic is going. They're getting impatient. And he starts getting a little worried, and he's like, think I could maybe go over and help? Then they say, well, will they run away? And I'm thinking, forget the run away. I'm thinking about the mama destroying me. All right.
Where she gets mad at you and
Well, that's just it. I don't want her to beat the shit out of me.
See? That's exactly it. Now.
she's panicking though. Oh, all right. All right.
He can't get his other. Come on.
There you go. Oh.
The baby.
Do it.
The baby's so terrified now. His sibling made it over. His or her.
Oh no.
Made it.
Oh no.
Oh, the poor baby. I can't. My
Help him.
anxiety when I watched this was so bad. Over this part, I'm like, the baby. Oh my gosh, it's terrified. It's alone. And here comes this awesome man that's risking literally. I gotta turn that part down with that vehicle or whatever the heck that buzzes. All right, so now as you see, it ran down the road. So he's turning around, coming back. And Mama went a little bit down the road kind of to follow along, but she still has her other baby. He's coming back to the vehicle.
Oh, here she comes back out. Okay, that guy over there. Look.
So now you see Mama's running. Like Mama is getting worked up about the whole thing. She's really upset. And the baby that's with Mama is like, wait, Mommy, I don't want to lose you again. So now, it's not.
Looks like he might. Oh, that little one did it once. Maybe he can do it again. Get them all on the same side.
Yeah, I know the parking brake's not engaged.
Oh, it's just your door. It's beeping because of your door.
So now we
Hey,
get another
buddy.
person.
Good job.
Yeah, I agree. Good job. I agree.
He's the same.
All right. I can't even believe
you
that
and
the
that
mom.
guy.
I can't believe that the mom turned and walked away. I would feel like she would be like, So now ready? Now the baby's scared. He's and here comes a third person. And they do perfect. They do, in my opinion. They do great. Ugh. See, these sounds on my cell phone weren't too bad, but in my headset, not good. Not good sounds. All right. All three of them on the right side now. See her? Or the baby? It's between the three. And her man is about to come in clutch. Ready? Snatch. Yep. Good. Over. So good. Look at this guy like it's a dog. Like, come here, come on. I'm gonna clap and you're gonna follow. And the baby's like, I don't know. And look at.
Way to go, Dwayne.
Oh. There you go. Look at him. So good. Yep. Because now he knew there was going to be confusion on this side. The baby didn't know, like, who are you? Why'd you touch me? Yeah, and Mama was clearly just gone back into the tree line. So, yeah, good for him to repick the baby up and take it all the way over and be like, down there, get on down there. So good. I put the link in the chat. Hey, Farq, good to see ya. At least you love it. It's so cute. And I love it. And I don't know. I just love people that stop, like, go out of their way, stop their life to help others. I love it. I will tell you, me talking is a burden to my boyfriend, but him not being that person that stops and helps people is a burden to me. It's true. He is like, "Nah, we don't know them." I'm like, "I don't need to know them. They need help. Stop." He's like, "That's their problem, not ours." No, I saw it, so now it's my problem. Let me help. I can help. He said, "No, you don't need to get wrapped in that." Wrapped in what? You don't even know what it is yet. It's people that need help. I'm like, "But what if it was us? We want peace." He's like, "Right, what if it was us? You realize everyone just keep on going, right?" And then I laugh because he's right. They would. But that's why I'm different because I don't want to drive past. I want to help. So let me. And yeah. Anyways, it's a good way to have an argument while we're out and about driving or whatever. That's a good one right there. Me seeing some. We gotta stop. Go back. Oh my Lanta, forget it. I almost took a deer home one time. Oy vey. It's too much. Okay, so I'm so happy the babies made it over. Ready? I'm gonna bring you over to the Lakewood girl, the paper airplane, and they'll explain. If you didn't get to see the past one I showed you, you'll get caught up on it. And then I'm gonna grab his link too out of TikTok so that you can go over, follow, listen, subscribe if you want any of the things. Buy his music or like he has his music out on different streaming platforms too. So you could do that. And then after this, the other one I told you I wanted to share, that one, if you have an interest, has to do with a veteran. A veteran. And as we know, and as I get upset about and talk about, them not getting the help and assistance that I feel that they've earned, they deserved, the least we could do. And this story is different. So, all right, ready? Hopefully I'm sharing it with you. I don't know if I am because my page isn't updated. Yeah, I am. All right.
That music means something good is coming. A little girl in Lakewood sent her neighbor a special request in a very unique way, and it turned into a lesson of kindness no one saw coming. Here's Lindsay Buckingham.
Last week, 8-year-old Madeline Glenn heard music coming from next door from a neighbor she'd never met.
Because I don't want to just walk into his backyard. So I asked my mom if she can help me make a paper airplane. I'm not good at throwing paper airplanes, so she had to throw it for me.
On the other side of the fence was 26-year-old musician Ethan Hayes, who just moved in last September.
Hey, man. My daughter threw a paper plane over.
He answered Madeline's request.
And I wanted to know if you can play Taylor Swift. I got it.
Instantly. Her mom, Natalie Hulick, posted the sweet interaction to TikTok.
I just thought it was the cutest thing, and I love how she wrote out the note.
But no one expected what happened next.
And my mom showed me the TikTok, how many views and likes it got. And then I got so shocked.
Especially Ethan.
I didn't know she was recording. I didn't hear him singing along. 2.7 million is crazy. I can't really believe that, but I'd do it for, 200 views. I'd do it for them.
Yet millions of people felt something from a man who didn't even know anyone else was watching. Ethan says the moment is so much bigger than just one song.
What are we if we don't have each other? Community, I think, is one of the most important things. And again, like you see on the internet, there's all this bad stuff, but especially now, as things get hard, there's always nice to have somebody to lean on. And
what Natalie captured has changed things for Ethan, too. He's gained thousands of new followers since the video posted.
So the amount of attention he's gained throughout this has been so rewarding. And I'm so excited for him.
I mean, it's in everything we do. The best thing people do is love in music.
Russ Hulick says the lesson is simple, but more important than ever.
Think about the little things, and the little things make
Okay, I just put the link in there. He is an awesome guy. I know, and they're awesome. They're such good neighbors, great neighbors. I need neighbors like them. Even half is them. Half is good. I'll take that because I got a rotten neighbor, and that's not me like being mean. No, that's true. He's spoiled. Not spoiled in a good way. He's gone bad. He's not a nice guy at all. Anyways, what I was gonna tell you though, prior to that, I do not remember now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So this, please hold, is May 1st. We're on what? The 3rd. I don't know when they recorded this. Regardless. Okay, couple days. Okay, we'll go with a couple days. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. So within a couple of days, and now his TikTok, I'm not logged in, but I'm still on it here. That number, hold on, I didn't even show you the first one. Please hold a second. I'm not showing you the right spot. Hold on, bring you back. Ready, set, where is it? Right. Did I go too far? Not far enough. I don't know, who knows. Right there. 18.9. Right here. Followers? Now let me bring you back here. 25.3. Oh, I love it. And if you listen, this is he pinned this one. This is him actually like thanking people for coming and checking him out, following him when he first got the paper plane and first started getting people's attention. And it's just grown. And the comment section is so good. If you check them out, read the comments. They're so good. All right, let me bring you back to the video. Okay. Sorry about that pit stop. Here we go.
Rewarding, and I'm so excited for him.
I mean, it's in everything we do. The best thing people do is love in music.
Russ Hulick says the lesson is simple, but more important than ever.
Think about the little things, and the little things make a big difference.
Something Madeline tries to live by every day.
By smiling at people.
And having the courage to reach out to someone else, because you never know what could be on the other side of the fence.
It costs nothing to be kind. I've always said, you know, what's your dream job? I don't care what my job is. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good person.
Thank God he's our neighbor.
I get it. I like him. He's my kind of people. That's the people I say are down to earth. That's it. Down to earth. So real. That's me. I don't care. I've never, ever, ever, not ever cared, other than when you're forced as a kid. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a mommy. I just want to be a mom. I want to be a mommy. I want to be a mommy. Like a profession, like a thing. What do you want to be? I don't want to. I want to be a mom. I want to like raise my children and love them and nurture them and teach them values and morals. And that was me as a little bitty kid. Yes, we were late to doctor's appointments because I had my baby that had to be tucked, a stroller to the car, out the stroller, into the car, seatbelt. Oh, it was a great time. My mom was pleased with me. But anyway, so I put like teacher, and then I was like, nah. And then astronaut, I put multiple years because I am fascinated by outer space. It's very interesting. However, I get car sick very easy, so yeah, that's completely out the. Forget about the part that I'm not like super genius either. No point in getting to that downfall when I get nauseous, so like car sick and stuff. So that wouldn't work, but I think it's cool. Point is, I'm all about like people. I just want to like, yeah, social connection, people helping humanity. Like I don't know. I don't care about like a title. That being said, Capricorn Sun, I have a strong work ethic, but I don't have that desire that I must be like flashy with I am head CEO of the blah blah blah. I don't care about those titles, if that makes any sense. Hi, Dukes, by the way. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Evening. A mixture of both. we're heading afternoon. I'll go with. But anyway, yeah, my kind of people. Yes, Queen Bella. I thought of you when he said that. Actually, he said it slightly different, but it's the same message. I was like, Queen Bella. I love it.
I've always said, you know, what's your dream job? I don't care what my job is. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good person.
Thank God he's our neighbor.
Lindsay Buckingham.
How sweet it is to love someone.
3 News.
Hard it is to care.
Well, here's the very best part. Ethan and his next door neighbors say this special meeting is just the beginning of a beautiful friendship, and they plan to have plenty of song sessions in their backyards all summer.
Well, that's fantastic. Just when you think that social media is just rotten, then Ethan and Madeline come along, sing a song, and we're all
puddles.
That's a great way of saying it. Yeah. Wow. What a great story.
And I'm going to throw it out there again. Taylor Swift, if you're watching, maybe he could use a little boost. Both of them. This
part
is
two.
Part two. Yes.
I hope there is a part 2 coming, because I think it would be a great story. And I do love sharing these stories, guys.
I know you do.
If you want to share your own heartstring story.
Well, guess what? I agree. I also agree that Ethan should absolutely write a song called Paper Airplane or whatever, but definitely it's Paper Airplane. It's just gotta be. And it has to be about the whole experience. So anyway, their wish was also my wish and probably y'all's wishes too. Like, yes, come on, Taylor, pay attention. Well, guess what? Taylor understood the assignment. And I'm on a full screen. We don't want that. Hold on. Whoa. I guess I got to bring y'all first before I do that. All right. Much better. Ready? This is the update on it. It's good. There's a second one too that just shows slightly different. Hold on. Yep. A second one afterward. This shows slightly different parts of it. Pisces, anyone? You're a Pisces? Ah. Also a Capricorn. It's so interesting. All right, my daughter was 4, and when asked in Sunday school what she wanted to be, she said, the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, that's fantastic. That is very good. That is so funny. I would love to see the faces when she said that. That had to have been that had to have been so good. Virgo. Dukes, do you like organization, like notebooks, brand new notebooks and pens for organizing and writing and like color coordinate and coding of I have that in me, but I just blame that on my ADHD or something. I don't know. Which is so messed up. It doesn't even make sense. Because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind for me and forget it. But then when it's in sight, it makes things look cluttered even though it's organized. It's so annoying. You'd watch The Wizard of Oz. That is so funny. Yeah, no, I never. That is so good, though. That'd be funny. I wonder what did they say back to her though? Did they allow her to have that? Like, okay, yeah, sure, we can be anything. It's all right. Or were they like, no, that's probably not good. All right, here we go.
Well, this is so far, I think, my favorite story in 2026. And I bet this will be my favorite story at the end of this year, too. That's how good it is. Last month, you may remember an 8-year-old Lakewood girl sent her neighbor a paper airplane with the song request written down. Well, now nearly 4 million people watched that TikTok.
And today, there is an epic update thanks to Taylor Swift. Here's Lindsay Buckingham.
You may remember 8-year-old Madeline Glenn.
My daughter threw a paper plane over.
who sent a paper airplane to Ethan Hayes, a next-door neighbor she'd never met.
You got it? Thank you, man.
With a special song request. The moment posted on TikTok and changed all their lives forever.
The comments have been super positive and super sweet.
That was last month. Nearly 4 million people have watched since.
I truly thought it was going to die out after that week. And it's been ongoing for like over a month now.
Catching the attention of major outlets like People magazine.
Her teacher will be like, Madeline, I just saw you on the Today Show.
Then someone else saw it too. But not just anyone.
Hi, Ethan. Taylor asked us to reach out after having seen your performance of Love Story for Your Sweet Neighbor and would love to send something to the both of you.
Ethan kept it a secret. Then a few weeks later, that something showed up to their front door.
Hold on. Hold on.
My mom saw the letter and she started screaming, and so did I.
Like, just think of, whoa, at that age and all, it's turned. See, social media really can be used for good. You know how many people, just this story, outside of the impact of joy and happiness and gratitude that the family and neighbor have felt, every person that's watched it and like how it's impacted everybody that's been looking on to witness it and see it. No, oh wow, that does still exist. That's nice. I mean, I wish more people would choose to use the internet for good, but unfortunately, it's the bad that gets the attention and gets the sales or the views or whatever. It's sad. Guess, hey, maybe there is a bunch of people that said they wanted to be the witch when they grew up. Dukes. They're like, I'm gonna go to the internet and act like a witch. They came laughing and told me afterwards that they thought it was funny. Taylor makes me like her more.
A signed guitar and a handwritten note with a personal touch.
It's not just a signed guitar. It's a hello? Did you miss the part of do you see Taylor on the man? That little girl. And I'm pretty sure I see friendship bracelets as well. Where'd they come from? Did she send them too? I bet she did. But if not, I could also see that she would just be doing it anyway. But I'm curious. It makes me, my brain is like, are any of them from Taylor? Interesting.
And a handwritten note with a personal touch.
My favorite part was her perfume she sprayed on it.
Then Ethan got something too.
Ethan, I wanted to send you a note to say thank you so much for playing my song for your neighbor and for knowing Love Story. It was so sweet watching the video of how it played out. Thank you for the smile it brought to my face. Sending you another guitar in case you need a backup. Love, Taylor. And I looked at my mom and went, are you kidding me?
For a musician who's been grinding for years, the response meant a lot.
There's times where I'm like, man, I don't think I'm like a good writer. I'm not like a good singer. To get like validation on such a scale has been like, it is very inspiring.
You know, it's really cool to see that positivity, and everybody just appears like they really needed it.
That ounce of hope and connection.
Yes. Everything that they all just said. Yes, that's exactly. It's like everyone. They're firsthand experiencing it, but really everybody that's watched has had their own form of experience with it too. And as you said, like it's something maybe you didn't know that we needed it, or that yeah. But it's true. It's real. Yeah, they nailed it with the way they just explained it. They sure did. It does need more kindness. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's really special.
Ethan says he knows exactly why the world connected with the gesture that started it all.
Like, it's hard out there for a lot of people recently. Hopefully it can inspire them to, just be nice. Costs nothing to be nice.
Kindness bonded them forever. Music just might keep them there.
If you ever want to learn, you let me know. I'm right there.
Lindsay Buckingham, 3 News. Well, here's a little more good news. Madeline is going to be a big sister. Her mom is expecting a baby very soon. And get this, today Madeline gave a biography presentation at her school, and her subject? Taylor Swift.
Of course.
Yes,
I
why
mean, she
not?
has a show and tell.
It's just so
Wrapped
cool.
up
Do we know yet, is Madeline going to have a brother or a sister?
I didn't ask. I should have.
It doesn't matter?
Yes.
Here's why.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
The name Taylor works no matter what.
You're right.
You're right.
So, and the cool thing about that is you literally will tell that story the rest of your life. Oh,
Absolutely.
Taylor, that's a cool name. How'd you get it? There's the story.
You know what's amazing? Ethan, who's the musician in all of this, he said he started with 400 TikTok followers. Now he has 23,000.
Of course he does.
Good for him. Now, I remember when you first brought this story to us, I had said, well, this is a wonderful story, but the bow on this story is for Taylor to find out about it and to somehow bring it full circle. Mm-hmm. And she has, but I still have one unwritten chapter.
Oh, go ahead.
They have to meet.
Oh,
I
they do.
I just don't know how, but they have to meet.
I said I've already planted the seed.
I don't know what she's about to say. I forget what she said, but I have an idea. I think that Ethan needs to write the song, Paper Airplanes, and then there should be a part in there where Madeline, that's how he's been saying her name. I don't want to say it wrong, but where she joins in. There's got to be a verse, a part, kind of like Garth Brooks. I don't know if any of you listen to him, but there's like, it doesn't matter. A section, a little part where you hear like a sweet young girl's voice mixed in with it. I think it would be super cute. It should be called Paper Airplanes. And then Taylor should give them tickets to whatever local show, concert that she's going to be doing. And then actually surprise them that they're going to come up on stage and they're going to perform it. And she's going to perform with them. Listen, I don't know. I'm not much of a dreamer, but I sound like I was just then. Sounds like this sounds so good. Anyway, that would be full circle. But this is pretty full. It's pretty good. All right. Anyway, we'll listen to what she was going to say. Sorry.
I said I've already planted the seed. I said if anything else happens, you have to let me know.
Yes. And Taylor obviously has Cleveland ties. Her future husband is now part owner of the Guardians. So they'll be here a lot. Great story,
Nice.
Lens. Great story. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
There you have it. Cleveland. Boom. Boom. Like in one of Eminem's songs. Yes. Fark you have a good one and you stay safe. Please take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. All right. We're almost done. I know I really slowed it all down, but I just want to talk about positive stuff. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's not going to be as quick as I thought, but we're quick. We're going. Ready, set. Here's a little bit more of that they didn't show of it or how they didn't show it. And I'll read that letter to you too. Because this man actually reads it, the host man, but he skips a line. I don't know why. So I'll read that for you real quick. But here you are.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
That is Madeline Glenn from Lakewood. She received a letter from none other than Taylor Swift. Our Lindsay Buckingham first brought you her story earlier this month when the 8-year-old and her neighbor Ethan.
That's like literally the most adorable thing I've seen this year. You can hear Madeline singing along with the guitar playing there. That video gained national attention along with hundreds of thousands of views, likes, and shares on social media, including Taylor Swift herself. So Taylor did a very Taylor thing, and she sent young Madeline a signed guitar and handwritten letter that says, "Dearest Madeline, I just wanted to let you know that it made me so happy that you asked your neighbor to play my song for you. You brought the biggest smile to my face."
And then it goes on to say, "I'm sending you your own guitar in case you ever want to learn too. Thanks again." And then he goes on it, "and sending you my love." So I don't know why he skipped that line exactly. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So I'm sending you your own guitar in case you ever want to learn too. Oh my goodness, what if she learns and he learns and they're both playing guitar and singing up on stage? Oh man. Yep.
Sending you my love. Thanks again, Taylor Swift.
And she's getting her own guitar.
That's incredible. You can see just how happy this little girl from Lakewood is. And as I said, I think we've had our adorable moment of 2026 in the first half of the year. It's going to be hard to top that.
I will say it, Taylor Swift knows her audience and she knows how to connect.
And she cares for them.
She does cool things for them. Like she
So
gives
neat.
back.
Yeah, really cool.
Yep. So that was just a little bit more of that, and that's great. And I hope that there's more. And I think there will be more now. Now that Taylor's aware, I think there's going to be more eventually. At least I know she's saying my dad's gone crazy. Wait, which one? His daughter sang a little part in one of his songs. Okay, ready, set? This is the veteran one. Ooh. Okay, so this was a homeless veteran, and he had a dog. It's so sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But it's sad out of love, kindness. What one person, when you, I don't know if you ever heard saying, like, if you, like love something, truly love something, set it free. And don't be holding it hostage and captive, set it free. And if it returns back to you, it wants to be with you, it wants to be there. Slightly different in this, but it still comes down to the fact of love, like what you're willing to do, no matter the sacrifice you have to take and the pain you feel, because it's the best interest. Well, I can give you a different example, but it's still an example. If you have to make the decision when to put one of your animals down. Shooey-dooey. Man, that's a fun, awful, horrific time. Yeah. You don't want to wait too long. Really, it's so sad. Oh, it's awful. Oh, because you don't want them to suffer. You don't want, oh, yeah. So it's just, there's different ways that you can go about doing it, but the sacrifice you give for someone or something else out of love. I muted you. I didn't share this tab. I pushed play, and then I'm like, hang on, I'm playing that to myself. Okay, ready, set, here we go.
The once homeless veteran who dropped off his dog at a Fort Worth fire station with this emotional handwritten note that really explained his decision now has a new place to live thanks to community support.
The Fort Worth Fire Department, in fact, first posted about Jake the dog and his note. Since then, Fire Station 8 decided to adopt Jake and connect his owner with resources to get him back on his feet. Now, for the first time tonight, we are hearing from that veteran. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with him and joins us live with his story. Pretty emotional, Amelia.
Very emotional, Casey and Heather. We got a full tour, and I'm happy to report that Tom is settling into his new place. He told me multiple times that he feels like he's in heaven. He's overwhelmed by the support and extremely humbled. And most importantly, he can't wait for Jake to see it.
Hi, brother.
Full speed ahead.
All right, man.
We got it.
For Tom Miner, stepping into his new RV made him feel like
Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz.
Except there was no yellow brick road or ruby slippers on his journey home. Instead, there were long nights spent in a tent on the streets of Fort Worth. He does have one thing in common with Dorothy, though, a beloved dog, Jake.
I didn't know anything was going to come of my letter or what I did. I just did what I did to save my life.
Last Saturday, Tom made the difficult decision to leave Jake outside Fort Worth Station 8. The veteran writing a heartbreaking letter that he could no longer care for Jake if he was going to get his life back on track.
That was the number one hardest thing that I ever had to do.
Jake is in good hands with the crew, and now Tom is getting a little help, too.
The floodgates opened and all these beautiful people come into my life. that I never had before.
The Fort Worth Fire Department's Homeless Outreach Programs and Enforcement, or HOPE team, is helping Tom with medical and dental appointments. Operation Texas Strong, an organization that gives RVs to homeless veterans, was able to find him one from Bennett's Camping Center, a family-owned business in Granbury.
It was heartwarming. It was really cool. Yeah, I'm so glad that God allowed us to do that.
The way it all worked out, is that like he knew, he didn't even know, none of this, none was expected, none, that he would be gifted this, that he would be helped out, that they would adopt his dog rather than just sending it to a shelter, probably like what their normal procedure would be if they had, they adopted it. That way they will be caring for it and holding on to him, and then it will be their choice to be able to give back, return his dog to him when he is able and ready, as opposed to give it to a shelter, someone else is the owner and your dog is gone, oh man, oof. Also, I just don't think our veterans, I mean, I don't know, we fall really short.
My new home.
Tom gave us a tour of his new home, complete with air conditioning, kitchen, bathroom, a couple of comfy recliners.
Yeah, Jake will have to pick his side.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just the way it works.
And a bed.
It's got the top, extra top, soft cushion. I know.
Very soft.
It's almost like a goose down pillow.
Tom isn't one who seeks attention, and he didn't expect his story to go viral. He's truly humbled by the support.
To me, that no matter how hard the decision is, if you made the right one, that it could change everything, and it did.
He does want to get Jake back at some point.
All right, we're going to pull back right there. So you can't see, I'm assuming it's front and back. Yeah, probably on each side. It says 1, 2, 3 though. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this is header. Safe place, question mark. Let's put that to the test. His name is Jake. Jake is labeled a bad dog because he is a pit bull. Jake and I had an apartment on located at we don't need to know. After my lease was up, the property manager wouldn't renew my lease. I was never late on my rent. I told her I had nowhere to go. She did not care. I found a spot to hide and make a homeless camp. Jake and I have been at this camp 20 months. I'm 65 years old and disabled and vet. I can't leave him alone to go do things for myself that I need to do to try to make a better life for myself. The only place that I could get would not allow pets. My teeth are rotting in my mouth. And if I don't do something soon, I will die. Other infection issues also. Jake was raised to, and this is in bold letters, love everyone. Jake is nothing but love. I've been married 5 times, and I have been in prison 4 times. But this is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. When I got my life together, or probably when I get it together, no drugs, no drinking, my entire family banished me. I have nothing but my baby boy, Jake. Jake or I don't deserve anything that has happened to us. But this way, I can go out into this heartless world and try to save what is left of my life. I've tried to rehome Jake with no results. I walked by and seen this, quote, safe place sign. If you have a soul And if you really care about helping babies, please help my baby. Woo, forget it. Forget it. I'm going to cry about it. I can't do it. Ooh. There's this baby. Mm-mm.
To go viral. He's truly humbled by the support.
To me, that no matter how hard the decision is, if you made the right one, that it could change everything, and it did.
He does want to get Jake back at some point in the future, once he's settled in. So for now, he's soaking it in.
It's just overwhelming. Sometimes there ain't no words. There's no words.
Except maybe just 5. There's no place like home.
I feel like I'm in heaven.
Tom thanked Fox 4's Lauren Prisbel multiple times in our conversation today. She's posted every chapter of this story on her Facebook page, and Tom believes it really made a big difference. If you want to help, there are other fundraising opportunities to help Tom. There's a GoFundMe set up that goes directly towards him, and I learned today that an Amazon wish list is also in the works. Heather, Casey.
North Texans are extremely generous, and we know that for sure. Fox 4's Amelia Jones.
Let me see. They probably didn't add it in this, did they? No. Okay. All right. Hold on. Whoop. Homeless veteran and his dog find new home. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll look and see if I can find that. Any of those links, if you're interested or someone you think might be, just as an option if you're interested. Okay, ready, set. Let me see. I'm gonna bring you to this one. This also, again, 3 weeks ago. Like I said, I had seen these, I had saved them, but then I didn't show them. I showed the Taylor and the whatever ones, and I keep getting updated on it, and I'm like, I need to share it. And then again, I just got another recent one, which we're about to get to. Did I exit out of it? I'm not quite sure if I did or not. Please hold 1 second. Oh, okay. I see. All right, ready, set. I gotta bring you.
I thought it was a scam at first. I even got on Instagram to tell them, is this a scam? Because I couldn't believe somebody does this kind of stuff.
Absolutely what I would think too. And good on him. He isn't a dummy. He's not a dummy. Good for flipping him, man. You're right. That is what you do have to do. Oh man, I got an email from like anybody. I'm like, hold on, are you even a real person? What did you put something in there? You're trying to give me viruses and all this malware? No way. No way. He is a sweet boy, right? The puppy. Makes your heart happy.
A 70-year-old Milwaukee veteran who says he can't afford to stop working is now getting national attention thanks to a social media campaign honoring veterans across the country. Our Southern Milwaukee County reporter, Michaela Chavez, spoke with the Wisconsin recipient, Ronald, about how a simple conversation at work has turned into something much bigger.
And then there's parade rest.
At 70 years old, Ronald Edmonds is still clocking in at the Walmart in Greenfield. The Navy veteran served 12 years, but now says health problems and bills are keeping him on the job.
I had to have a double operation. They opened me once, took out, and did 3 bypasses because I had 6 blockages.
Ronald says doctors found serious heart problems and osteoporosis and encouraged him not to work. But staying home wasn't really an option. Federal labor data shows millions of veterans are still working, while nearly 1 in 5 Americans over 65 remain in the workforce.
I needed a roof on my house, so I had to go back to work. And my wife can't work at all, so I can't send her off and stay home. I wouldn't do that anyway.
Then, during a shift at Walmart, a stranger walked up to him.
I just have a job interview, and I just want to know how much it is.
Yeah, this man came up and asked me for the price of a tie.
Oh, perfect.
And I gave it to him. He said, but I'm not really here for the tie. I thought, oh, okay, what can I help you with? He said, well, I'm here to talk about you.
That stranger was social media creator Sam Weidenhofer. Ronald's granddaughter had nominated him for Weidenhofer's 4-Year Service campaign, which spotlights veterans across all 50 states and raises money through online fundraisers to support those still facing financial strain.
So I hope it works out well. I'm praying for it.
Aw, good for
It is an
them.
answer to a lot of my prayers. So just to be able to sit and relax and not have to worry about giving this up.
A GoFundMe has now been started to help Ronald pay for medical bills and his mortgage, something he hopes will finally let him slow down. Ronald says even if people can't donate, just sharing the fundraiser can still help. In Greenfield, Michaela Chavez, TMJ4 News.
Where's my mic? Sorry. I totally bumped it and then tried to move it. I apologize if you heard like a smack in my mic. Okay, hold on. I'm bringing you right over here. Okay, the date 4 days ago. And let me check this one more. I think I had one more. I don't know where I put it though. So we're just going to bring you here 4 days ago. Ready? If I find it, I'll grab it. Ready, set. Let me bring you. I love it. All the veterans. Do the veterans. The things, all the things. Thank you, NY. I'll grab that too. I'll grab that as well. Thank you so much. Wait, hang on one second. Okay, thank you. Do you hear the pride? Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, and then it just jumped to another video. One of my other ones I saved in there. Okay, here, let me show you. Thank you, NY. Again, thank you so much. Okay, I'll drop the link in the chat. Support times, ongoing expenses. I'm so glad that they're doing dental work. Like they're doing all the things so he really will be stable and be able to so he's at 16,000. No, lied. 14,201. My name is Tom. I'm a vet as well as Jake's owner. Oh, recently my friend set up a GoFundMe to help me with some expenses. Thanks to the generosity of so many, those funds were made available to me, and I'm incredibly grateful for the support. Now I'm starting my own GoFundMe to continue covering ongoing and future expenses while his friend's fundraiser has been closed. I still have important needs ahead. Every bit of support will help me take care of these essential needs and move forward with less worry. Thank you so much to everyone who has already donated through his friend's campaign and to anyone who is able to continue to help with my new fundraiser. Your kindness truly makes a difference, and I appreciate any support you can give. Update May 29th. Sorry, I had to cough. I'm putting most of the money in my savings account, and I'm just overwhelmed with the love and appreciate everything. Nothing is being wasted. I know in these days and times, it's hard to trust that what you give is being used properly. My new Facebook account, Thomas Minor, and my new TikTok is Christ Consciousness. Thanks again for everything. And can this just privacy thing just make itself disappear? Like, I don't like okaying anything. I know it's a thing after you've been hacked. So him with flowers. Oh shoot! I totally just pushed the exit. Well, good. We'll do it like this then. Gosh darn it! Can I move this up? No. Okay, him and a friend. He's got a haircut, maybe? I mean, his hair could be pulled back, but I think it's a haircut. Here's the over button. Go me. Oh, only expenses. Oh, so he wrote out the list of expenses and the money. He's being responsible with everything too. Good for him. And he knows it's true. He also was one that's like, donation protected. Good, good, good. Awesome. All right, I'm going to drop the link if you or anyone you think might be interested, just so you have it. I'm not asking you to do it or not to do it, just making it available as an option if you'd like, and you don't have to do the legwork. And I didn't either, because thank you, NY. I appreciate your help. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to drop that. And then also, I mean, since you started to see that one, I guess I'll show you that last one since it already started playing. It's a quick one. It's just a short, and it's two men. I don't know where it even is though right now. It's two men on a ride. I think if I were to guess, don't know, doesn't say, but it seems maybe possibly they may have had themselves a little something to drink or something. Maybe something. Maybe something. Somebody put these two in a movie ASAP. It's funny. It's I am no good at rides, and I just told you my dreams of being an astronaut are ended because I get super sick. I had to stop a ride one time. Oh man, I wanted to be so like strong and not a baby. Yep, I was a baby. I was begging as I'm whipping. I'm like, please stop, stop. I need to get off. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's awful. It made me mad too because then everything, fried dough, all the things, all the food, cotton candy, my favorite parts, food, it was all out the window. Couldn't have it anymore because I was so sick. All right. And did that pop up as a link correctly? I think it did. Okay, and then I'm putting the link for this specific video as well. Ready when I get back to it? All right.
You might already take your shoes off. I've gotten mine now. It'll. Holy shit! Here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh fuck! You're the one that did this. No, you said. I pointed it out. I pointed it out. No. I just pointed it out. I just pointed it out. Oh. All right. Keep your head back. Brace yourself, Jerry. Oh, shit and shinola. I bet y'all get a kick out of this, y'all. No, we don't get a kick out of it. I would love it. Ah! Oh, fuck! Oh, God! Come on!
Oh.
Woo! This is buddy! Yeah! Ah, fun! Come on!
Me on the left.
Woo!
Not fun.
Holy! Oh yeah! Holy God! Woo! Oh God!
Yuck. Oh, they totally look backwards at that one. Upside down, I can't. Yeah. Now they're laughing.
Woo! Golly, look at that view. God, look at that, Jerry. Fun.
I'm on the left for sure.
Woo! Fuck that. I can walk over there and see that. God. Golly.
He says, I'll find some other way to see that view.
Yeah. Closest thing I ever came to riding a bull. And I'm telling you, the bull tosses you around just like it. All right.
He says, woof. Yep, nope. And it was such perfect timing. This guy, right as this man on the right says, I bet y'all get a kick out of doing this, don't you? The guy goes, nah, we don't get a kick out of it. You get a kick, and then push the button. You get a kick out of it. Oh, perfect timing. It's like a real life troll move. It was very funny. Forget it though. Absolutely forget it. No, thank you. It's not fun. Nothing fun about it for me. No thanks. All right, y'all. I'll get that out of here. And yep, made it a way longer stream than I planned. And I mean, at this point, it doesn't. Hey, listen, when you start with a few people, you're just gonna, it's okay. I mean, Russian. No, I'm not taking us. I appreciate y'all so much, though. Thank you very much. Thanks for your help and assistance. And thanks for the support. All right, y'all. We'll be back with updates on Anna as it moves forward. Again, September is supposed to be trial. And I'll be back on whenever I can not worry about, other people's time slots and whatnot, because there really are. Yeah. Noelle was, again, one that's a recent one that we've covered that has update too. So I'll be back on. Thanks, y'all. I hope you have a good night or day or morning, wherever you may be, whatever time it is. Please be safe. Be kind. Be stinking kind, please. Be nice to people. Try it anyway. Or just don't say anything. Don't pile on. Don't add to people's bad day. For what? I mean, I don't know. I think it's fun to pick on people that know I'm joking. That's fun. But if I actually like pick on someone and actually upset them, I don't think that's for me. It's a fun. I don't want. Yeah. Anyway, just try to be better, nicer, kinder. But take care of yourselves. Be safe, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. All right. Take care. Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, love you. Bye.